Discover Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa. Hey. Welcome to Akwa Ibom, the best place to be. Welcome to Akwa Ibom, the promised land. I discover Akwa Ibom, a peaceful people. So you are welcome to Akwa Ibom. Come on, come in.
Akwa Ibom is home to one of Africa's most fertile lands and rich water resources. Wide verdant stretches of uncultivated wastelands and now fully mechanized farms. Easy access to finance and other farming incentives are transitioning subsistence farmers to commercial farm owners. Farming is the most important ingredient in human civilization. It is the root of our lives, feeding villages, cities, and nations. Agriculture is one of the powerful drivers of the 21st century global economy. In Akwa Ibom, agriculture supports over 75% of the population. Agricultural products like palm oil, cassava, yam, plantain, cocoyam, maize, rice, and varieties of fish and other seafoods are found in abundance here. Whenever the story of agricultural revolution is told in Akwa Ibom, the name of Governor Emmanuel will clearly be written in gold. In 2015, shortly after assuming office as the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria was hit by the worst recession in the nation's history. With the drop in stock market, the rise in unemployment rate, the weakening of the country's currency, and the rise in the cost of garri, Nigeria's staple food, the governor, fearing for a possible food crisis in Akwa Ibom, quickly swung into action.
No matter how much I develop the state, if I don't give food to my people, I'm not a good leader. You know, when we came into office, we promised people that at least the staple food that we have, we should be able to bring down the cost by 50%. Today, the area crashed to 12 and 11,000 naira a bag. And we'll crash it further down.
Ever since the governor made this promise, the Governor Udom-led administration has left no stone unturned in giving the agricultural sector the necessary boost in order to increase output and provide enough food for the Akwa Ibom people with enough leftovers for export.
I am one of those trained by the government as a smart farmer. So I have been sensitizing the members of the cooperative, the cluster. What I will say is support toward the program. He told us that he don't want farming to be just farming, that he wants farming to be business. And we have been using that to gain more. We have been able to pay our ward school fees we have been able to bring in more people.
Therefore, the impact of the cultivation of over 1,450 hectares of cassava plantation in 5 local government areas of the state has since cut the price of garri in half.
Everyone knows that in Akwa Ibom State we consumed a lot of cassava derivatives, especially garri. When this government came in, the cost of garri, the price, the marketing, the selling price of garri was so high. If you can recall, last year this time around, 2 cups of garri went as high as 200 naira. But as we speak, if you go to market, both domestic, local, rural market and urban market, we have up to 10 cups being bought at 200 naira. In terms of the bags of garri, it used to be 30 to 25,000 naira, but as we speak, you can pick a bag of garri at 11,000 naira.
2017, actually, cassava product is increasing now because last year we bought garri, I think 200 naira. That was 200 naira. But now garri is 200 naira. Is better than, at least now the average Nigerian average Akwa Ibom people can buy garri affordable and their family eats well.
The price of food items is cheap, courtesy of our governor, because the governor has really encouraged both farmers and marketers to use our hands in doing things. That is when we have the Dakada initiative that is going on in Akwa Ibom State. He has really encouraged farmers and the marketers. We here in the market, he has really encouraged us by giving us loan to run our business.
During the early rains of 2016, the wife of the governor's pet project, FAYREP, undertook a complementary initiative and planted 240,000 units of improved cassava stems of the TM419 varieties and over 20 million corn seedlings on 80 hectares of land in Okobo local government area of the state. This singular intervention generated employment for youths and hundreds of women. The development of another 17 hectares of cassava plantation in Onna local government area has ensured the price of garri stays way down. Additionally, FAYREP's cassava outgrower scheme has been set up using cultivate and off-take approach, a partnership which brings together 100 cooperatives and CBOs to advance food sufficiency in the state.
We are now looking at cassava farm because it is important for us to know why cassava. Cassava is a crop that can grow anywhere in Akwa Ibom State, and it is done as a business. It's a cassava value chain. That's also the concept we are looking at. We are not only stopping at the level of production, we are going beyond production to processing. In fact, not only processing, we are also going beyond production to establishing outgrowers.
Furthermore, under Fadama 3+, access to finance has also ensured the cultivation of about 300 hectares of farmlands, helping in transitioning of subsistent farmers to commercial farm owners.
The government worked with the Fadama additional financing to ensure that these farmers are given assistance to produce cassava in large extents. The minimum you are required to enter into the scheme is 10 hectares. And by economic calculation, we notice that if you plant at least 10 hectares, it's chances that you are going to make profit. Remember that we said that we are moving from the culture of farming to the business of farming, and anyone in the business must make profit. We try to develop a model that the farmers, the group of farmers that are involved in the short production, will also make profit.
Governor Udom Emmanuel is not called a clever governor for nothing. The governor's persistent efforts at winning the state's economy from a crude oil dependent economy is paying off with the registration of about 4,920 rice farmers who are taxed with the production of rice for local consumption in the state and for sales to other parts of the country.
Now we are planting, we are building. Bring your own idea, make we build Akwa Ibom State. Don't turn and stand and look. Don't sit and look. Don't talk and yeah. Meanwhile, they do nothing. Don't look and stand and say. They say, I hear they say. Have you gone to check whether the thing is true? My brother, Udom is walking. Hey, hashtag Udom is walking. Hashtag Udom is walking. Hey, hashtag Udom is walking. Development is a gradual process. Let's join our hands together with Governor Udom Emmanuel to build Akwa Ibom.
Akwa Ibom is blessed with natural supportive soil types that is appropriate for cultivation of diverse crops. The waterways are known for a wide range of fish and seafoods. However, the rigorous and time-consuming procedures involved in food processing have over the years hampered the socio-economic dreams of rural farmers. To solve this problem, the government of Udom Emmanuel has set up Gari processing factories across the state. Here is a brand new cassava processing factory in Ikorekang, a back local government area. This 5 metric tons cassava factory was in quick response to the threatening shortage of Gari in the Akwa Ibom market, and to ensure that commercial farming is encouraged through the provision of the deliberate mechanism for processing of farm produce to afford farmers valuable returns on their investments. It was commissioned for use as part of activities to mark the governor's 3 years in office by former governor of Benue State, Gabriel Soswan, much to the delight of Akwa Ibom people.
This is a clear indication to the doubting Thomases that Governor Udom Emmanuel is a working governor. He's the governor that is set to talk and do. This is a clear testimony of his industrialization move in Akwa Ibom State, a cottage industry that is taking off. We are producing Gari from processed cassava. The youths will be employed. There will be no room to say the youths are lazy. With jobs available here, youths will have jobs to do. Well, it's a very laudable project. The project will enhance food sufficiency in the local government. It will relieve poverty among the rural dwellers of our people.
For every bag we produce, it adds to that we have produced something here. And that's the beauty of it, and that is the pride of it, that this is Gari produced in Akwa Ibom. Interestingly, a few people we've given to, even within Akwa Ibom, when they either soak it to drink or eat, they said, where is this Gari from? It's not made here. People have come and looked at this plant and said, you can do automatic peeling, because there are machines that can peel automatically. As a person, and I think this is the philosophy of government, it is actually to create employment. I can tell you, every day I walk in here and see these women do something, I feel some satisfaction that at least we've created some employment. So, and you know, this is a plant rated at 5 tons per day. We can expand it, and that would guarantee more employment.
As more and more factories are springing up in the state, changing lives and creating employment for youth and women everywhere you look, the governor again was on hand to commission another cassava processing factory in Nudo, Ibesikpo, to cater to the cassava farmers' needs in that part of the state. Clearly, more of these factories are underway in other local government areas.
First of all, I want to thank God for making it possible that the government site a factory like this to Ibesikpo and Sultan people. So this is a good thing that have come to Ibesikpo Sultan. First, it will bring sufficiency in food and it will create employment opportunity. So it will really boost the economy of Ibesikpo Sultan people. So I thank the governor for this.
The governor now has proved to us that he is a promise keeper. That's why the youth of Ibesikpo Sultan have purposely decided to give the governor the Emas vote in the second term. We have seen what he has done. So we want to ask God to give us the credible vote, the power to vote him the second time into the office.
It is important to note that the quantum harvest of agricultural produce in the state received a major boost with the governor's foresight in building and commissioning of a fertilizer industry to provide ready fertilizers to farmers for optimum yields of their crops. Indeed, leadership is nothing without the creative industry of a leader. A fertilizer blending plant in the agriculture sector in Akwa Ibom State is one of the numerous constructive strategies yet at sustaining the agricultural revolution brought on by Governor Emmanuel's administration.
The benefit of this fertilizer unit, industry or company in Abak local government, one, creation of employment to the youth of Abak. You can see most of the people from Etimekbo, Ruona, Mokanafon, this is their base now. And we've been able to manage this as a result of having this factory because most of them are employed in this factory now. It's a kudos to the government of Akwa Ibom State, having this kind of a thing in our generation.
You can see how the people are rejoicing. This is anything agriculture, anything food is unlimited. It has a way of impacting on the life of individuals. Once you see industries coming up in this manner, it helps drive unemployment away, it helps drive poverty away. So we are very grateful to the governor, we are very grateful to God for this opportunity.
As a woman, I feel so good, I feel so proud of Udom Emmanuel. He has reduced our stress, he has reduced our pains. The pains taking to go to get fertilizer in a far places has been reduced for women. As a woman, I'm proud of Udom Emmanuel. That was why I came out here for the inauguration of this place. It has really affected our economy. You see, like pepper in the basin here, tomato, we can cultivate it within a short period because of this fertilizer, and we can afford it. It is affordable.
As you can see, the project with the name Green Wheel Technology is to boost agriculture. It's a fertilizer plant. We are so happy to have this. In fact, it's one of the giant strides and one of the 5-point agenda of the present governor. And in fact, job creation, as the governor rightly said, we are so happy to have one of it here in Abak. And so far, the youths of our Abak government will really benefit from this project. And there are going to be massive employment for our youths here.
I can interpret fertilizer as somebody to have a doctor. When you have a doctor, you'll not be able to sick. If you're sick, they will give you medicine. So I believe if our crop is not good, when we apply fertilizer, it's going to make our crop to be good. The first thing we have, our children that just finished school, they have what to do. They have handwork. They are working there. That's number one. And it will be easy for us to do our farm in a way that will make us to have food in our state.
To complement this effort, FAREP, the pet project of the First Lady, has built 2 cassava processing factories in Ini and Ibom local government areas, with the capacity to process 11 tons of cassava daily. Also, in the riverine areas of Mbo and Ibuno, FAREP has also built and commissioned 2 seafoods processing factories to accommodate 4 tonnages of daily fish processing. The oil palm processing factories in Oroganam and Etemepo local government areas built by FAREP are envisioned to ease processing of oil palm, accelerate productivity and increase daily income of rural women. Nigeria has been run as a monolithic economy for years, and the clamor for diversification has largely remained unheeded. But with the proactive measures undertaken by Governor Udom Emmanuel to inspire agricultural revolution and ensure food security, it won't be long before the anxieties often associated with federal allocation and fluctuating price of crude oil and its impact on the nation's economy be a forgotten thing, especially for Akwa Ibom people.
For us, we are on the right path toward being self-sufficient. And to cap it all, since the beginning creation of this state up to when the governor Udom took over at the end of affair, we did not have agri policy that is purely Akwa Ibom state. But as we speak, that policy document is ready. So these are things to show that Governor Udom Emmanuel wants that every food that we eat in the state is produced in the state.
Everywhere you look, there's bountiful harvest. The Ibom Gari and FAREP Gari is in every home, in every market stall. To these smiling faces, the good times are here again.
I'm from Akwa Ibom. In case you don't know, Akwa Ibom,
welcome to the new Akwa Ibom state. Today, through God's divine mandate, Akwa Ibom is blessed with Governor Udom Emmanuel, who is committed to the industrialization of Akwa Ibom state, passionate in human capacity development and empowerment, creative in the area of agriculture, reliable in superior infrastructure, and focused on the Akwa Ibom project. Be part of the winning team. Come, let's build Akwa Ibom together.
The progress of this state lies in the unity and love we show to one another.
This message is brought to you courtesy Ministry of Information and Strategy, Akwa Ibom State.